Nintendo Switch 2 was just announced, and it has basically captivated the whole gaming community, as now all eyes are on Nintendo as they give more details about their new system. Well, one thing I've been thinking about a lot is how is the Nintendo Switch 2 going to keep up with the competition, and how is it going to beat the competition, if it does? Well, hear me out real quick. Here's what I think. Nintendo Switch 2 is going to just absolutely demolish the competition. Now, keep in mind that is coming from me, a die-hard Nintendo fan, and I would never buy any other console besides Nintendo, honestly. But here's some of the points that I had to back this up. Okay, so my first point is Nintendo Switch 2 is supposed to have an absolutely massive game library compared to the original Switch. And this is because it's been heavily rumored that Nintendo Switch 2 is going to get a lot of Xbox and PlayStation exclusives coming to their platform. Well, I wouldn't say exclusives, but you know, things like Call of Duty and Final Fantasy, all that kind of stuff. All of that has been rumored to be coming to Switch 2, which is supposed to be a game changer. So here's the question that I've just been really wanting to ask, is like, if you're gonna get a new console, why the heck would you get this thing over the Nintendo Switch 2? Well, also think about this, guys. Nintendo probably isn't going to wait to start putting these games on Nintendo Switch 2. They're probably going to start at launch, at least with a couple, or maybe even a few, or maybe even 10. You never know, but it's going to happen, most likely. So it's really something to think about if you're thinking about getting a new console. So anyways, guys, the thing here is that this has an absolutely massive potential for the Nintendo Switch 2. And why is that? Well, in case you guys forgot, the Nintendo Switch 2 is still going to be a hybrid console. So think about this. Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be able to play all of your favorite Xbox, Nintendo, and possibly even PlayStation games on that console while you're out somewhere or while you're at home. This is insane. Now, why should this matter to you, PlayStation gamer or Xbox gamer? Well, here's the thing. PlayStation and Xbox can't play in portable. And I'm not counting remote play because that just doesn't count. All right. So basically what I'm trying to say with this is, if you're a PlayStation or Xbox fan, you're really going to want to consider buying Nintendo Switch 2 because maybe some of your favorite games are going to be coming over to Switch 2. And normally you won't be able to play them portably unless you use PS Remote Play or whatever it is. So Nintendo Switch 2 will solve that problem for you. And you'll be able to play it at home and most likely in 4K. Alrighty guys, so back when Nintendo Switch 2 was still being leaked and rumored almost every day, the Nintendo Switch 2 was being rapidly rumored to be able to be on par with the PS4 Pro, and it would probably achieve 4K resolution with some sort of DLSS upscaling or something like that. Now, with the Nintendo Switch 2's bigger design, you can obviously tell it's much bigger, and it's probably going to have around an 8-inch screen, maybe a little bit bigger than that. But with that just shows that the Nintendo Switch 2 is probably going to have better hardware. Now that's a little bit of speculation, but I mean, it does make sense. Like Nintendo Switch, the original, was not very powerful at all, and they're kind of gonna need an upgrade to be on par with people's standards for 2025 and beyond. So with all of that said, this brings me to my next topic, Nintendo Switch 2's upgraded hardware. And just before we start, just a little note, Nintendo hasn't announced anything about the Nintendo Switch 2's hardware yet, but that's probably going to be announced on the April 2nd Direct, so stay tuned for that. So the next thing I'm going to talk about for Nintendo Switch 2's hardware is that it's going to be a ginormous leap over the regular Switch. So if you look at the Nintendo Switch, it has the Tegra X1 chip, I believe, but this thing was drastically underpowered. Even like 8 years ago, this thing was drastically underpowered, and that really is showing with all of even the first-party Nintendo games today. So Nintendo Switch 2 is going to fix this completely and make everything just so much better, which I'm so excited for. But Nintendo Switch 2 is rumored to have the NVIDIA T239 chip, which is basically going to be from NVIDIA, and it's going to have a lot of AI features, such as, you know, the upscaling for the docked, and it's probably going to be able to push the resolution for all the games to 1080p in handheld, 4K in docked, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be great, and just by saying that, you can already know that Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be a drastic improvement over the regular Nintendo Switch. But here's the part that you PlayStation and Xbox fans have probably been waiting to hear. Well, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't going to be as powerful as the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, that's almost guaranteed, but it'll probably get up to PS4 Pro levels of power, as I've said before, and that means that it's not going to be as good as these other consoles in terms of performance, but that really won't matter because 4K output or upscaling or whatever you want to call it is going to be enough to play all of these intense and really amazing games, and that's probably going to win a lot of people over, in my opinion. Alright guys, well, I'm going to conclude this video and I'm just going to talk about why you guys should care. PlayStation fans, Xbox fans, Nintendo fans, and all the like. So basically, with the combined power of the hardware of Nintendo Switch 2 and the fun and the power of all these games that are going to come onto it, with all of these rumors about the Xbox, the PlayStation, the Rockstar games, and Nintendo's first-party games, it's really going to raise the question, like I've been talking about, why in the world would you ever buy a home console when you can basically take your Nintendo Switch 2 anywhere, and then when you want to, you can get the extra juice with the dock and put it on your TV to play with everyone else. Like, this hybrid concept, combining that with the games and the hardware improvements, it's really going to be tough, I think, for PlayStation and Xbox to combat this. But anyways, so it's really something to think about. And with the leaks, the price for Nintendo Switch 2 is expected to be $400, something like that, maybe even $500, but we'll never know until it comes out. I hope it's not $500, but we'll see. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, comment down below what you thought, and punch the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.